Whereas Godzilla was a breathing allegory of the atomic bombs dropped in Japan, Hedorah from the 1971 film Godzilla vs. Hedorah is a living allegory of the pollution problems Japan was suffering from in the late 60s and early 70s. And Hedorah is actually pretty terrifying. This is one of the rare kaiju films where people are explicitly shown dying. He goes on a murder spree, either by asphyxiating people with the poisonous gases he emits, drowning them in his sludge, or eating and acidically burning them to nothing but a pile of bones. Ugh. What masochist said this was a film geared towards children? First bullying, now death? This film's really dark in tone. There's tons of news reports about the deaths, the monster keeps feeding off the smog and growing in size and shape, and everyone prepares for imminent death. It's a worldwide crisis, the end of the world! Pretty serious stuff, and not at all follows the standard formula of a Godzilla plot, especially since now, for the first time, Godzilla is officially the good guy. Yeah, a hero for children and a savior of mankind. You can call me crazy, but I'm probably of the minority. My favorite Godzilla is when he's a good guy. It was more exciting to replicate good guy Godzilla when playing with my toys, because he moved around a lot, woo 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 woo! Compared to the evil, slow, lumbering Godzilla, it just wasn't as fun. Unless he was fighting Mothra. Then it seriously got intense. Oh yeah. So, does Godzilla have what it takes to be a hero? Well, there is a lot of monster action, although the majority of it is just the monsters communicating with weird gestures or eyeing each other up. It's slow moving at times and kills the pacing, and sometimes it's downright awkward. Oh, come on. It's great. When they actually do start to fight, it's pretty good. At first, Godzilla gets his face handed to him, he loses an eye, his one hand dwindles to the bone, he gets bombarded with Hedorah's laser attack, and sloshes around in Hedorah's crap! Oh, come on, that's disgusting! Ew! But then he comes around, picking him up and smashing him into the ground. Ooh, can you imagine doing this? Try grabbing your friend by the leg and picking him up and smashing him into the ground in the same fashion. I find it very hard to do! Oh, yes! When I was a kid, I always fast-forwarded to the big finale monster brawl. But now I've taken the time to watch the whole movie, and I really don't know what I've just watched. The tone is so inconsistent, from childish to horrifying, and the 70s psychedelic exploitative nature makes you feel like you're watching anything other than a Godzilla movie. There's a building that crumbles with no sound or any soundtrack at all. There's all these animated scenes that have no real rhyme or reason, although they're kind of appealing. There's a guy who hallucinates in a disco bar that everyone's wearing fish masks, a random lesson on aliens and galaxies, then all these television sets keep appearing, and there's people screaming, there's a baby in the mud, and all these flashing colorful lights, and dancing skeletons! This is far out, man! Were the filmmakers on LSD? It's like they were literally dug through trash, painted it, slapped it together, and called it art. Maybe it made sense to them, but to others, it's still trash that makes no sense. It is a very inconsistent and confusing film. How did Godzilla even get into this? I mean, oh, come on! There is no way that was ever a trendy fashion. And even the dubbing is far out.
He's going to come and kill the Hedorah. I saw it happen in my dream. Don't you believe me?
But you won't be making that noise when you see this. Oh yeah, it just happened. Godzilla vs. Hedorah has got to be one of the craziest, greatest films of all time. It doesn't matter if you're a kaiju fan or not. It doesn't feel like a Godzilla movie. I absolutely love it. It's unique, and because it's so bizarre, it should be enticing to everyone. I crap you not.